Hello, hello. I'm gonna give it a few minutes and just see if anybody pops on to watch. I'm gonna make a couple more pages in my nature journal today. So I hope everybody's having a nice day. Make sure that if you do join on replay, that you leave me a comment, let me know that you were here. And no, I think it says that my comments are on here. I am just going to find this on my iPad because it's not showing up as live. Oh, there it is. Turn down. There we go. Oh, I think that eyeball is just mine. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and flip things around and let's have a look at what I'm going to make today. Oh, wrong little, there we go. Okay, so now I gotta zoom that in, make sure that I am not too close but not too far away. How is that looking? Okay, let's give it a try like that, and then I'll just try and keep an eye on it on my iPad and make sure that you can see everything. So I grabbed out a few things. I got a bunch of die sets that I'm going to be using. Elizabeth's Craft Art Journal die sets, and this is my journal that I've been working in for a little while. So I've done a few pages in here already. This one, this nice fun interactive one, and then this one, that's the last one that I just did, and it's got a fun little pocket in there. And then I'm going to work on this one today. Okay, so sorry, let me just check. Oh, if I have to go like that with the comments. Okay. Looks like I think somebody else has popped on there. Okay, so first off, I've grabbed this nice script stamp. So this is from script from the past set. And I'm just going to put a little bit more background texture onto here. So I'm not putting this one on a block right now. I just want to try and do it a little bit randomly and just kind of place it down like that. And around there. So yeah, I just want to get just a little bit more. There's already some script on it, which kind of looks like it's upside down. I might have not put this some of the pages together all the way properly, but oh well. So I just thought this will stand out a little bit more, being this browny color, and it matches the edges that I inked. Is there ink on that? Okay, I'm gonna put, I think I'll put a little bit more up there. Pop a comment on there when you join in. Oh, I see a little heart there. Okay, so that's, I think, enough of that one. So I'm just gonna give that a quick wipe. I do not like leaving ink on my stamps. Right there, so that one I can put away. Okay, and then I have a bunch of stuff done here ahead of time, which if you saw the promo picture, you might have seen that I decided to cut this little die. I think I'm going to decorate my little hinge piece there. There's another one, and I'm going to show you a hidden journaling technique today. And I'm also going to use one of the journal sleeves fillers so I can get extra photos on this. Hi, Deborah. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, hi, Jess. Glad you ladies could join. Okay, so let's start by attaching my photos. I think that's, so this one is, I just kind of stuck that one down quickly just because I was measuring things. So I'm just going to put some more adhesive on that one. So I did pre-cut, but I just wanted to show you what I often do because I sometimes have a hard time getting my little mats nice and even. And I think it's because sometimes I'm off square a little bit. Shift that over. There we go. So that's the one. And then let's do these ones. Okay, so I'm going to get them stuck down, but you'll see that they don't fit perfectly because I'm going to do my trimming at the end here. So there we go. So I'm going to trim that piece off. So this was just a small scrap piece of black cardstock that I had. So I trimmed it this way to fit how I wanted it. And then I will trim this piece off after. And that is not straight. Make sure I put these on the right way because obviously that one piece didn't have a nice square edge. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so then I just grab my little trimmer. And then it's just easier to line it up now to make sure. So a little bit short there, but it's close enough. Because my, see my line there is not like on an actual line, so it makes it harder when I don't have my photo there. So I find it much easier to do it like this. That one can come a little bit more off of it. Little tiny bit. There we go. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that little trick. That's just how I find it's easier to line things up when I'm doing photo mats, when they're that tight anyway, like they're very close together. And then I cut out these mats as well. So these are from the Journal Sleeves Fillers 2 set, right? So these are stitched, so it's the smallest one. So I cut out some mats with that one. And I'm going to ink those up because I want them to coordinate better with my page. Just making sure that there's no more comments there because I know they disappear quickly on me. So if I do miss your comment, I'm sorry. I will definitely go through comments at the end. So probably could have done some of this ahead of time. And then one of them I need the, I'm going to be using the back. So I just want to make sure that I ink both sides. But for some reason I must have stuck this paper down on something because like that has some blobs on it. That one looks good, so that must be the clean one. So just make sure that I've got ink on both sides of that one, and then I'll just set it up there so I remember that's the one. And then I don't know if I want to put my photo on all of them just yet, but I will put them on that one, the one that's going to be double-sided. Okay, so put those over here, and then I'm going to decide what order I want my photos in. So I've got 4. So I was up at my trailer one day and I was sitting inside and all of a sudden I heard all this noise and I went out, and our trailer's right on the edge of a farmer's field, and there was this massive gaggle of geese out there. So anyway, I grabbed my camera and I took a bunch of photos. So I think, so I'm only going to see 2 photos initially. So I'm going to use this one. So I'll put this one on the front. Okay, so that can go on here. and this is not the exact size. Right, it's not even all the way around of my map, but that's okay. And then because the flap is going to flip this way, I want to make sure that I put my next photo on there properly. I think I'm going to put that one. I think I'm going to do that. So we'll put this one on the back side. Whenever I use flaps like this, I always tend to put the least important photo on the back side. Just because it's less likely to be seen, I guess. Often if I'm taking photos, using photos of my boys, I'll put photos on this side, and then underneath that are more of a, I guess you would say, private or sensitive nature, or just something that they wouldn't necessarily want other people to see, because they can be shy sometimes. Okay, now this has the adhesive here, right? So it's meant to be attached like this, but I like to hide that little flap. So I'm going to fold this over. So I just got to be careful, because there's, right, that little piece is there. So I just want to make sure I get it as straight as I can. And I'm going to use my bone folder and score that. And then that just gives me a nice little crease. And then I'm going to tuck that behind the other mat. Okay, so then I have these two. So one goes underneath here, and then that photo is going to go on it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that. Yeah, I see my comments, like, once they're gone, they're gone. I don't see them. I don't know. Facebook does such weird things. Okay, so stick that one down. And then it's going to go underneath like this. It's going to go here. Can you see that? There. And then this one on this side, I'm not going to put this down yet because I might layer things. So let's work on this side. So I have this flower piece. So this is from the laced die set. So it's that piece there. So I cut that one out, and I didn't bother. I just had a small scrap. I didn't bother with the stem because I knew I was going to tuck it behind. So right, that's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. Those are for that piece, which I don't want to forget. And then I'm going to ink this up. So I had stamped these a while ago. I think the last time I did a live. I have that stamp set out here somewhere. So this is Journal Phrases 4, and it has the matching die. So you stamp them once, cut them out once, and then you have a whole bunch of sentiments, which is great. I love that. Because yeah, I just have them sitting in my little container here. Can you see that? And then I just grab them when I need them. So this time I stamped them with just black ink. And because I have black on this page, it works nicely. Now this was white cardstock, so I am going to distress it a little bit. So not a lot, I just want it to be a little bit not white, a little bit off white. So I'm not inking it up anymore, I'm just using the ink that's on here already. There, I think that's good. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to use my brush and just give this a really quick, whoops, a little bit too quick. Just a quick little brush over to try and kind of catch those edges. There we go, that's enough. Okay, so I want to attach this. So I'm going to take my liquid adhesive with this one. I have finally, I'm getting one of those, what are they called? The glue press? Just have to wait to go pick it up. I'm going to a scrapbooking show. in April. I'm going to pick it up there. So I can't wait to get that. Okay, so we're going to go like that. Stick that down. Just set that there. And I'm going to get this ready. So I am putting adhesive right up to the edge of this, but I'm not going to push it down yet. So I'm going to have to be careful because I want to attach that journal sleeve. Okay. So this one is going to go right there. Like I said, I'm not going to push that down yet. I'm going to get this. And what I do is I just peel off the start of that. Right? And then I'm going to turn it sideways so it's easier. I'm just going to slide that little folded piece so that it's underneath that bottom mat. And I just lining this up. I'm going to push that corner down and I'm going to slowly peel this backing off. There we go. And it's stuck to my hand. Okay, and then I'm going to get my bone folder again. And I'm just going to give that a nice rub down. There we go. So, now I've got that on there. Isn't that nice? Okay, and I'm going to stick this down. Put a little bit of liquid glue on that one too. And then I'm still gonna put this little lacy piece. Oh, I don't want to put that on upside down. And I'm just looking, maybe I should put that lacy piece down first. Yep, I'm not going to stick that end bit down. Okay, so I just cut, so this is from that same set, this lace set. So this time I remembered and I actually put double-sided adhesive on it. So, finally remembered. Okay, I'm not going to peel it all off. Because as you see, it kind of bends a little bit. So I want to make sure that I push it where I want it to sit. Because it's a very intricate little die. There, now I can push that down. Now, oh, because this one, I had two pieces of the adhesive. That's why it ripped like that. And I want, see, I'm setting it back from my fold there because I don't want it to hinder the closing of that. Okay. So make sure that's secure. There we go. Oop. Some on there. Okay, so I'm going to do this other side now. It's like I want to make sure that it's on the bottom and not on top of anything. Okay, so lining it up nicely with that other page, but not too close to my fold. It's just because it's very delicate, so the paper bends quite easily. Okay, there we go. So now my little hinge piece looks more purposeful, like it's meant to be on top of everything. Okay, so now we'll work on this other side. Okay, so on this other side, I'm also going to do a little hidden journaling, so that I'm going to have to still trim. So I'm going to go like this. This is going to go under, and then this is going to go something like that, I think. Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and start with that piece. So I'm just going to ink that up as well. You have to be fairly gentle or that's going to all bend or fold like that. that. There, okay. Just trying to make sure there's, because I use white core cardstock, so I want to make sure it doesn't have like a lot of the white showing. Now I didn't use double-sided adhesive, so this time I'm going to have to rush through getting my liquid adhesive on here. Make sure I get those little bits. I don't like having those loose little bits, especially when the pages are opening and closing. I always end up positioning things so that the edges get caught on the opposite page. It never fails every time I do it, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be okay, and then I go and pick up my book afterwards, and I'm like, ah, it's stuck. I did that over here with that little brad there, ripped off because it got stuck on a page. So I had to stick it back down. Okay, there's my tweezers again. This. Okay, so this is just gonna slide under. Like about there. Oops. That looks good. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. I was thinking I might put that on top of this, but I'm going to have a little bit of foam tape under there, so probably not going to work to do that. So I'll go ahead and stick that down. I don't know about you, I always end up turning things sideways to line them up better. Okay, so I want to put some foam tape on the back of this to make a pocket. I don't need it to be overly thick. I feel like I had little strips of foam tape once upon a time, but I don't know where they would be, so maybe not. So this is my thin one. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I think, cut it in half. So we'll go like that, and then I'm just gonna slice this down the middle. And then that should work better. So yeah, this is quite thin. You can see, because I just need enough space for a piece of paper to slide in there. Where are we? Like those. So that it's going to come in this side. So I want it to be right to the edge there. I can always fill that in. Whoops. There. And then I'm going to take this. Now I knew that this wasn't trimmed down enough. Ooh. It is going to trim down enough. I just printed this on just some cardstock, some thinner cardstock off of my printer. Yeah, I just did a little text box in Word. So, yeah, I probably didn't trim quite that much there. So, that's lots now. Probably more than I need. I want to keep a little bit of an edge there because I am going to put this little tab on here. So I think I want to leave it the way it is there, but I do need to trim it. So let's trim this one fairly tight. Let's try about there. Yeah, okay. I don't want it, well, it's still going to have to be here though. It looks crooked. I'm just going to trim that up a tiny, tiny bit. There. Okay, I think that should work, and if not, I can always take a little bit extra off of that. Okay, so let's just do this. This is not as stark white, I don't think, as this. It's pretty close. I thought it was a little bit creamier, this one. But I don't think I'm going to do any more than that. I think I'm just going to leave the middle this time. It's going to be in a pocket, so it's not going to be like standing out on the page white. And then I'm going to use this green one because I'm going to put a little stamp on here. So I grabbed this little words from, this is the Good Times set, part of the Journal Romance kit. So I just grabbed this little memories word. So I'm going to stamp that on there. And I am going to use my black again. So then it will stand out and it will coordinate with everything else on this page. So it's pretty tight. I'm just going to stick my head in here and get this lined up. There we go. That works good. Clean that off. Okay, and then this gets folded over. And then I'm going to ink that up too. So I did cut it out in black initially thinking that I would use that, but I wanted to put a word or something on it so it would look more like it needed to come out. I don't know. There is on that same set, there is a little one, because this was designed with the, what one is this called? This is the Journal Romance set. So this comes with this, right? So it was designed to go on this waterfall. So it has this pull here, but it's way too big to fit onto this tiny little tab. So that's okay. This one's gonna work too. Let's get both sides inked up because I am going to do something on the back of this as well. So I'm going to just add some liquid adhesive on here. And I want it basically in the middle. There we go. And I'm going to put a bit on there just to make sure that there's not like a hole that it starts to bubble, you know? I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I want it to stay flat. Okay. So then I need to, so you want it to tuck in like that. So then I need a thin piece of this again. And because it's just a little pocket, I really don't need to worry if there's gaps, right? Because it's not like it's a shaker card or anything and things are gonna fall out. So, whoops. This should work nicely. If not, I can always trim a tiny piece off of it. I should put that side on the other end. Okay, there. So now when it hits the back, it should go in nicely. Okay. So then this is going to get stuck down like that. And that goes like that. Okay. So I'm just going to peel all of the backing off. I don't usually pull it all off. So I like to get it lined up first. Things definitely can shift, but I don't have any on the other side. I think I'm fine. I want it to be pretty much opposite of the other side. I think that's okay. Like this, and then I have this here, and then I thought I did, but I maybe didn't keep it out. I have some other words because I thought I might put can't pick that up. I kind of like that because he's all by himself. He was not by himself by any means. It's just how I took the picture with my camera so that that was the only one that you could see in the photo at that time. Now if I could just get the rest of these out. So like I said, this is great because then I have all of these little sayings. And then I thought I had another one pulled out, but I maybe put it back. That would maybe go nice on this other side. like that, because that goes life is a beautiful ride, remember to play. I think that goes better together. And then I'm going to put hello you on the inside. So let's just pull these, put them back. I'm going to ink this. Isn't it? Sorry, just checking the comments. I don't see any comments, so hopefully I didn't miss any. But they will not pull up for me, so if there was any there, I won't be able to see them until after. Okay. And again, I'm just going to give that a little rub just to darken it up a bit. Take away that starkness. I think that's good. And then I can add those. So I'll add this guy since it's still open there. Right there, I think. Stick. There we go. And this one. Gonna go here. Oh, almost made a mess. Right. There. Okay, and then I did say I was going to decorate the back of this card too, I think. When I was thinking I'll journal. Sorry, not journal. This one has a journal. But I thought I might just put, I have all of these cut apart pieces. I could just do something like that. What other ones do I have? I have these little taggy things too, which are kind of neat. So that was kind of funny too. Maybe I'll leave that. I'm going to leave these ones just until I do the second page, because I think I'm going to do another page. That only took me half an hour. So let's spend another little bit of time and do the next page. So this time I have some dragonfly photos. So this is going to be on a pocket. So this one I was going to journal on the back. So maybe I was just mixing them up. So I cut out this pocket. So this is from, where did it go? I have the die set here. This is from the coin set. Here it is. This is from the Artist Trading Coin. So there's a little pocket there that you can fit your coins in, but I'm actually going to put this little piece in it and use a coin on the other side. So it has all the score lines, so you can score that. And I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm not sure I'm going to decorate this or just leave it with the flowers, because the flowers are quite pretty. This paper is, I think this is one of Annette's papers, isn't it? I don't know if I have the cover page in. Oh, I do. This is Garden Party. So it's older, but not too old, I don't think. So I decided to make my whole journal with that and then add to it, because it just suited the, if this is going to be a nature journal, it really suited that. Okay, so I need my double-sided adhesive. I'm going to add that to these. Actually, I think I need the bigger one. I think that's going to fit on here, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of tight, but it fits. Put it right up to the edge. There we go. I find this is the best way to rip the tape, is to use my Cricut scraper. There we go. Get on there. It's tight, but it fits. I don't think I'm going to have adhesive sticking out from the sides once I fold this. So this fits nicely. This is, where did that go? That was the journal sleeves too, as well, right? Nope. Oh, I don't know actually. I think I already had that cut out. Maybe that's an ATC card inside. That's what it is, right? That's what it is. I did cut that out. So this is the original ATC set, and that's the inside piece. So the ATC is this bigger piece, the true size, and then that's the matte layer on it. So that's where that came from. So let's, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stick that down here. I'll show you my little trick for sticking down, which I'm not even doing properly. So when I'm doing flaps, so again, I often will do this, I just peel back a portion of the tape, fold it over, get it lined up nicely on my page where I want it, nice and straight, and of course that, I put it on that side, wrong side, but usually I would have it sticking out this way, because now it's not. Yeah, it should have been folded that way, but that's okay. There, and so now I will go ahead and do these side pieces. I take the tape off of both sides at the same time though, because this is a small pocket, it'll get too hard to tuck the other one down after. Tuck it down, and then you can put a little bit of pressure on it just to give the pocket a little bit of room, or keep it a little bit flatter, but you want to make sure that you have a little bit of space there to tuck stuff into it. You don't want it too tight. Okay, and then I am going to round the corners of these photos. So this is my tiny corner rounder. Well, tinier. I feel like it was the wrong one. I think my other one is actually smaller than this, but that's okay. And part of the reason for doing this was because with using the circle shape on this other side, it just helps to mimic that and keep the harsh corners away, because they would contrast a little bit too much, I think. So the round corners just make it look a little bit softer and blend better with the circle. That makes sense? Okay. So I can ink this up. Not sure if I want to do anything to this before I attach the photo. But I think it's okay the way it is. I always end up with bits coming off of those. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to do this though. Not that it will really stick on there great. It's not stays on, it's just regular ink, water-based ink. But it just might take a little bit of the whiteness off of that edge, because it'll stick better to the paper inside. Okay, I'm going to attach that down. Here it fit. I like that it fits so nicely, the size. These are, I don't even know what size these photos are. I printed them off on my my selfie printer. Yeah, right. 2 by 2 7/8, so they're kind of close to 2 by 3s, right? And then that tucks into there. And then I am going to decorate the back of this, but let's do this side first. So I am going to stamp on here, because I might do some embossing on that, even though I put the photo down already. Okay, so don't need that. I need this, I need this, and reverse a mark. So as I mentioned, this is from the Artist Trading Coin set. So I cut this out with the big circle, and then I'm going to use that stamp there. So I'm going to do some gold. This is actually gold and silver embossing powder. I mixed them for something once, so I'm just going to use some of that up. Grab my paper, and I think I better, if I can find my little anti-static here. Okay, let's add that on there. Just to help make sure that the embossing powder sticks where it's supposed to. And then it's a little heavy. Yeah, that's why I don't do it all the time, because I find that it's a little bit heavy. The powder comes out too much. I used to have one of those other little tools, but I don't know where it went. Okay, so I have to make sure that I'm not getting this in the middle. Hopefully I'm not. The only downside to this stamp is sometimes, and I mean, it would be great if you were using ink and you could see, but you can't see with that. Okay, I don't know if I'm totally centered, but you're not going to see the whole thing anyway. So then I can pour this on here. So you can see it's kind of makes it, what is it, like a champagne color that they call it? I don't know, but it's gold and silver mixed together. If you like look really closely, you can see the individual bits. Okay, and then I'm gonna have to use my heat gun to melt this up. So it's gonna get a little loud. I'm gonna clean this though first. Don't like leaving the sticky on there, so I'll just put that on there. Set here for a minute, and then I'm just gonna grab this because it's easier. I don't like using my heat tool on my mat because I do have a craft mat under there and it will warp it. Okay. There we go. And that last little piece. Sure, my heat gun is pointed in the wrong direction. Piece there. Get it? There we go. I got it all? Yeah, I got it all there. Okay. So, how is that going to look now? So my plan was to do something like this. And actually I could put it with that at the bottom. There. And then, because of that, I think I should put some on the edge of this. So, I'm going to grab my just embossed dauber. I'm going to take this picture off because I've done this before and it kind of warps things. So, let's just take the photo off. There we go. And set it there. And hopefully I won't make a mess. Okay, so just put some dabs. I don't have a ton of that embossing powder left, so hopefully there's enough to just do this. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay, so let's see. taking more than I thought it would. I need to brush some off. I don't know. I feel like it's sticking places where I didn't put the ink, but because let me see. Yeah, like I don't want it to be totally covered. I'm just going to get this old brush that I have. There it is. It's just really mangled end. I think I like cut bits of it off once. I don't know. Anyway, it's my use it for anything brush. No, I can't pick that up. There we go. So let's just move some of that. Is it working? Yeah. I don't want it to be even though, like I don't want a straight line, so or I don't want it to look like I did this. Just tapping it to see if that will knock some more off. Okay, I think that's good. Just gonna set that on the edge so it's easier to pick up. Get rid of this now, or I make a mess. Okay, and now I'm not gonna be able to put that on my board this time. Actually, I think I can. I do this, and then I'm gonna use this to hold it. Let's see if this works. There we go. That was pretty quick. So I'll work my paper a little bit, but at least it didn't do anything to the photo. And I could put this back on. It's a little bit harder to center now. It's harder to see the edges. A little bit down more, I think. It's hard to tell. Okay, like that. That looks cool. Okay, and then I've got, like I said, I've got all of this stuff. So I also had this from previous, which is the journal sleeves fillers again. It's this one here. So I had this and I wondered if maybe I would do this. And I do like that. I'm wondering if I should do something with the embossing on it. What do you think? What if I found my embossing pens? Where, oh where would I have put those? I wonder if they dried out. It's quite possible. Nope, there they are. Yeah, we'll see if they work. Let's give this a try. So, I'm sure that you can get these somewhere else now. These are from close to my heart, so obviously you can't get them now. So it's medium. Might be the one to use. I think this one's, oh no, that's a brush. So let's try this and see what happens. Just a little drink here. Okay, so my thought was I would just do this. Well, it's definitely wet, so this should work. So let's do the like whole stem piece, and I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time because I feel like it's drying really fast. Okay, I mean it might not be perfect, but I think that's okay. Let's do this one here. Showing. Missed. I think there. And then, is there nothing there for this one? Let's do this one. Then we'll do this one. I think I need to do both of these. I've never tried this before, but I think this is gonna look really cool. It's like it's bubbling up almost as soon as I put it down. I gotta put that back in now so I can do this last one. And we'll heat it up and see how it looks. So let's do this one. Oops. There. Okay, so we're, oh, I almost touched, I think I did touch that one. Maybe it's still sticky. Okay, I'm gonna set this on my clipboard back there while I clean this up. Put this out of the way. And I can clip this. I think I should because it's very delicate. That's going to be covered up anyway. Let's close this. Whoops, wrong end. Knock that off. And let's heat that up. Oh no. Ooh, that's bubbling. Oh, that's a bubble. I just want it to melt. There we go. That's really bubbling though. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. Holy cow. Instead of being like smooth like it should be, it's more texture. Okay, let's see. So, the idea is like this and like this. I like that. Question is, do I bother with these? Or do I leave them? I think I should leave them. Anybody else have thoughts on whether I should do these? I could just do the little berries maybe. Oh, there's some comments. Okay, they came back this time. And anybody out there, what do you think? Should I put a little bit of embossing powder on those little berries? I definitely have pins that are small enough. Maybe too small. Let's give it a try and see what it looks like. Okay, so something on there. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna, yeah. Okay. I just don't want them to dry. Yeah, I think that's gonna look good. hard to get on that little spot. Okay, where are we? Over here. One of those ones you're really not going to see because the photo's going to cover it up, but oh well. Let's see if I can squeeze these ones in too. And I can see a little hair or fluff on there. Shoot. Get off. Otherwise it'll be baked in. Enough dog hair. I don't need to bake it into my crafts. Okay, let's put this back again. This stuff goes pretty far. I don't know when I'm ever going to run out of this. So I think this is the only other one we need to do. Again, I don't know you're going to see those ones, but okay, that should be good. Better put it. Get that one. Just in case that peeks out. Okay. Put down there. Grab those. And let's. It's done. What time is it? I need to wrap this up. I think. Okay. This one's taking a little bit longer because I'm being more fiddly with it. Okay, put that in there. And let's get this done. Is that them all? Yep, okay, I like that. I think that's good. Okay, so let's start to stick some of this down. So that's gonna go like that. And then that's gonna go like that. So we're gonna go like right about there. So I'm gonna put a little pencil mark on here. So like there, 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 there. Okay. That will make it easier for me to put this back on here when I've got some glue on here, because it's might take a little bit of time to get this glue on here. Yeah, well, let's clean this off for starters. That will help. There, if I just keep doing that. Might not take too long, but there's lots of little spots to put this glue. Tap, tap, tap. And then, whoa, there we go. Here. See if I can get this on there without making too much of a mess. And then this doesn't, that's going to be covered, but okay, that should be good. Okay, let's go. See if I can get this lined up again. I see another hair. There. Get that out of there. Come on, come on. Really? There we go. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Quick, quick, quick. Let's stick that down. This side is flatter because I haven't decorated that side yet, so it's just flat paper. Okay, that looks good. I am liking that. Let's just put a little bit of this on here. Get rid of that white edge again. Good enough. Oh, I didn't close my glue. Yikes. Now it's got a big blob on it. Okay, oh, I don't want to put this one down first though. I want to put the circle down. And then we'll do them together maybe. Okay, now I was going to maybe use some of these tickets and things. So I want it to be like that. No, I'm gonna do it all at the same time. So let's try that. Okay, let's try that. It doesn't feel like these need tickets though, so. There. Ooh, I should put that down. Probably shaking my camera. I like that. I think that looks cool. So yeah, I don't think that I really want to add these. Like something a little bit different might work, but I don't think these are quite the right piece to use. Like I had thought about like tucking in something, but I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna kind of go with this and maybe add something here. What do we want? That one. What else? This is kind of neat. That could go there. And then there's these. Oh, that one might fit nicely. I like that one. That one kind of sits in the middle. I don't think I told you what the story behind this picture was. Like, not a big deal, but we were camping again. And I don't know, this lock is for, I think the tongue of our trailer is what the lock is for. And it was just sitting there, and all of a sudden I looked and I almost jumped because I saw this massive dragonfly on it. So of course I had to get my camera out and take some pictures. But it was just pretty cool, and it just stayed there, and I took a bunch of photos. But I love it. Oh, I can't lift that up now, but like you can really see the detail of that. Look at the wings, it's so cool. Okay, I think I thought about maybe like putting a little tab on there or something, but I don't think so. Or if I do, maybe I'll do it like from behind and only or something like that. I don't know. I don't like that though. I don't know. I might just leave it the way it is, or I might play with it later. We'll see. Let's stick this down. I think my glue's all gonna just keep blobbing out. Okay, that we want to be kind of centered like that. And then this one. Yeah, I think I like it there. Close that up again, and done. I am done. So whether or not I go back and do anything else with this page, I don't know, but I am pretty happy with that, even just the way it is. So there's that one, and then this is the other one. And then it has the little journaling, hidden journaling. So, all done. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to know what you think. I will take some photos and I will post the finished photos on here as well. So have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.